All right. Are we good? Let me know. Yay, nay, sick. All right. We're back. Jody, get your ass up. All right. I had a good intro too. I thought it was kind of funny. Well, at least we got everyone, focused. That was weird. I don't know. All right. We'll talk about why I was gone soon. And we're so back. We are so back. Here we go. Ready?
And here we go. Wow, big right hand.
Here we go. Did Ben get permission? I was on the background of that. That was a really good uh show. That was like our biggest show in months. Ironically, I thought that was pretty funny. Um, so it was good. It was really good. We had like 80 concurrent watchers at one point, which is huge. We're doing a nutrition launch for our self-guided nutrition course. And yeah, it worked. It went really, really well, actually. Whoops, not that. So yeah, we'll get a little of this up. Here, there we go. Money. All right. Oh, dude, Pensacola is like wedding destination of the fucking world. But yes, I do. We got married in Pensacola. I know a lot of them, so um, you can DM me, uh, and I'll let you know. But we got married here. I've been to no less than 25 weddings in this city, so tons and tons of great wedding venues, small and big. So we'll talk about why I wasn't here. Okay, so when was the last morning show? Let's remember. I don't even remember. I think it was Friday before Christmas. So we did Nutrition One, the season with John, and that was 2 weeks ago. So I think that might have been the last one. Was it finishing the fast? Yeah, so that was Tuesday. So it was Tuesday before. So um probably not. I don't have that big of a house. We got a baby. We can hang out though, for sure. Um so let me get my timeline right. So that Friday, I was just under a lot of stress and so I just didn't quite make it. I'm pretty sure me and John ended up going live that Thursday before, whatever that was. And so that Saturday was um that Saturday. Oh, that's right. I was finishing the fast. So that was that morning. And I ate great, felt really good. And that week I started seeing some stars. Um uh Kind of like sporadically, um, more than normal. Not that I see them often, but definitely more than like, like after a heavy lift or something to that effect. And so I didn't think much of it, but it had been going on a couple days. And so that Saturday we were at my mother-in-law's house, like with the whole family, doing a portion of our Christmas with um some grandparents. And we're sitting there and we're making cookies. And all of a sudden I had um a um, let's see if we can find an example. So I had I had some transient vision loss. It's called Emerasis fugax. And basically, as a lot of you know, I have had multiple strokes at this point, and so my last um my last stroke, I had a bilateral carotid dissection. Okay, and so basically you have internal carotid. So you have the two big carotid arteries, and then you have a bunch of it supplies all the arteries that supply your brain. And so um it branches off, and so there's internal carotids that kind of shoot back. And so 2 years ago now, I dissected both of them. And what that means is basically somehow almost at the same level on both sides, I slice them, and so the internal walls were frayed and injured, and so they sort of collapsed in. And so what happens is, and once my left side occluded and my right side didn't, but what happens is when they heal, they kind of get absorbed back into the wall, almost like a bump, right? So they kind of flap over and they sort of absorb down. Well, the right one healed well, right? Maybe a smidge narrow, but not really. And the left one healed well, but it healed very, very narrow, right? So my internal carotids sort of look like this. Okay. Obviously substantially smaller, but if you can kind of get the picture. Well, what happens when you have a narrowed artery like that is, I'll kind of go back. So the dissection, we're not quite sure. It happened after 23.1. So my theory is it either happened in that workout, but I'm not 100% convinced that it happened then. That week I had done I had accumulated like over 100 muscle ups, and I'm very like head whippy when I do ring muscle ups. I had done over 100 strict handstand push-ups, so a lot of like cervical compression. I had played golf the day before, kind of, with the boys, taking big hacks. And so the way that this happens is, dissections happen with novel, flexion extension or rotation biased, um, acts, right? So what that means is somehow the artery gets sort of, um, like affected, almost like a fray. And so there's some accumulation of that week. Maybe it was the workout, but I basically sat on the rower playing with my video for 15, 20 minutes, and then I got up and I couldn't stand. And so my right side was like, both my legs were very weak. My right side was numb. My hands were going numb. And so I went to the hospital and I had a small stroke. And so anyways, so I was on blood thinners for 3 months. And so everything is fine. I've been training well. I don't get to train competitively anymore. And I just avoid, um, being inverted. I avoid ring muscle ups, and I have to avoid super, super heavy lifting. Um, which my lifting at super, super heavy was pretty moderate for most people. Thus, my lifting is very limited at this point, which makes me sad, but it is what it is. So anyways, so this left artery has healed super narrow. And so where do traffic jams happen on the highway, right? They usually happen from 5 lanes going to 2 lanes, right? And so there's a backup there. And so just like in plumbing as well, most clogs happen from a larger pipe to a smaller pipe. Same thing, fluid dynamics is the same thing in your arteries. And so basically what's happened is at that narrowed, my alarm just went off to take my blood thinners, which I already took this morning. Make sure you guys remind me. Got to take them twice a day. We'll get to that. So what happens is at that narrowed point, the blood starts to slow down, right, and get backed up, and so then it clots. Um, and so what had happened was that day, when I was sitting there, a piece of that clot broke off, traveled up my internal carotid artery into my ophthalmic artery. Um, and I had a blood clot that was moving. But what it is, I went to the hospital, got a CT scan, MRI, the whole shebang, and I have a large clot below that point because the blood isn't flowing through there super well. Um, so I was pretty confident at this point when I came in that I was having another stroke. that I had dissected the artery again somehow. Cause, I'm like, while I can't do much, I still try to push what I can do. And so I do some heavy sandbag stuff. And there's a lot of like high tension things when you do sandbag work, right? And um, so I was like, oh, I think I did this again. I thought I was going to go in and get a stent, like Aaron was asking. Um, and so CT scan artery came back. The artery itself is in great shape. It's just really narrow. And so below that, I have a large clot. And so, um, but other than that, I'm healthy. My I got MRIs of my head, neck, and chest. I got angio, uh, uh, an ultrasound of the heart. Everything else looks good. It's just really narrow there, and that caused the clot. And so there's a large clot from that point moving down the internal carotid to the point that it's not actually supplying my ophthalmic artery. I have already created an accessory pathway that's supplying the artery to my eye, which means the clot has been there probably a pretty long time. Um, so as far as moving forward, I'm on blood thinners for the next 3 months, and then we'll reassess on a CT scan, uh, and um, and so yeah, that's sort of where we're at. My fitness can stay the same. I trained yesterday. I'm sore as fuck. I haven't trained hard in like 2.5 weeks, and so that's where we're at. Um, so the day before that happened, end of the year stresses, money, family shit, and so like um I couldn't mentally get on that morning. And then after that, I just needed a break. Right. And so I apologize for not being here. Um uh so Aaron, no, I haven't been on. So I was on blood thinners for the first 3 months of when it happened 2 years ago, and then I've been off blood thinners since. Was supposed to be taking aspirin, but up to this point, I hadn't had a blood clot at any point in time, right? And so um, now I will take my double dose of baby aspirin every day, like I'm fucking 65 or 80, and yeah, so it's super scary, and not even for me. Uh, Dude, it's just like the most nerve-wracking thing to not be here for those two. Like made these for my wife's birthday. Like, how could we like leave them? It's super, super nerve-wracking, and not to like get emotional, but you guys, I don't do talk therapy. Probably should, but you guys are my talk therapy, so I just kind of talk it out on the screen. Anyways, so I'm okay. I feel good. I'm ready to crush 2025. Maybe a little less stress overall. But yeah. Anywho, so that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. But I am back. I'm sorry that I left you guys high and dry. I will try not to attempt to die again, and we will move on. We'll go from there. So, uh, yeah. So I've been sort of out of it. Oh, and so Christmas was great, with the fam, kids. All the kids were over. We had everyone over. It was amazing. Um, I can't even imagine counting how many gifts were in our house at one point in time. We have a very everyone's love language in my family is fucking gift giving, and it's insane. Um, and then on the 27th, we went camping for like 9 days, and it was amazing. We went up to North Georgia, spent 7 days there, in this kind of like really nice, bougie-ish campground. Um, hey Vicky, uh, and and then we went mud bogging with the in-laws. They got a nice side by side, and so went out there and kind of roughed it for a few days, and then got back Sunday afternoon and been doing laundry for 2 straight days. We try and clean everything in the camper so we can get back to store it. So we're back. It didn't work too much, which was good, but I'm ready to make it happen. The open is coming. Programming is in. New phase is starting. We're launching a nutrition course right now with no more launches coming up, which is great. I'm super excited about that. And yeah, so tell me what's happening in the CrossFit space. What should we talk about? I know every day there's something new, whether it's good or bad. And yeah. What do you guys think? What's new? What's the drama? We don't need to talk about drama. Who's doing the open? That's probably a good question in this group. Of the 15 that are watching, who's going to do the open? I hope all of you. I don't know. I don't know what happened to your thumb. I am good. Everyone is. I'll do the open with all the things that I can do. I love it. Everyone should do the open, right? Even Talking Elite Fitness said you should fucking do the open, which is mind blowing. Mind blowing. After all the shit that they've talked. Did he kill Taylor? I had to. I was watching it yesterday, and I assumed I had to stop right before he went. We can watch it. We can watch a little Kill Taylor on here. He crushed that. That was super impressive. Taylor's was. I didn't watch.
Love James.
What did James place in Chad? I'm fucked. Look at he's like 6 foot tall.
Hey, look at him.
He won Chad. He won Chad. So here we go.
Yeah.
Oh god damn it!
Did he really win Chad at the games?
Yeah, he also won the CrossFit Games too. I don't know if you guys remember that.
Yeah, that was crazy. Fittest man on earth. Okay, you guys, you can't get this on any other show on fucking YouTube.
Fox News doesn't even have this one. Not Fox News.
Not Fox News. Fake news.
Wow, sub 9.
Talking Elite Fitness could never.
Ken, it's time to beat is
All right, let's watch it.
We have 10.
Yeah.
10 seconds.
Hey Troy, he knows the time to beat's 10:13, and then I did 51 step ups, right?
5, 4, 3,
Let's watch it.
2,
Let's see.
1.
So what's the
Go.
difference, right?
Dang, this is exciting.
Oh,
Oh, he's charging.
Yeah, I
He's
know.
charging.
At the
The other people.
Proceeds to darn it.
Oh man.
Do you think he's gonna donate the money to the other people that tried Kill Taylor today?
I
too?
think he's going to donate all of his proceeds to Keela Foundation and the World Fitness Project. He's actually donating his proceeds to Dallin Pepper's contract.
202. 202.
You know what,
Move.
Shelly? I think that's a great reason. I'm doing the open. I wasn't
Look at him
planning
move.
to this year because I'm way less fit.
Yeah.
Moved across the country, but I
There
want
you
people
go.
to think
Ken
I'm one of those
Willis,
woke
powered
people.
by
You know
some-
what?
some spaghetti
Hey, whatever
balls.
motivates you. All right.
Holy balls are a great treat,
All
by the
right.
way.
So
He makes the dumbbell look like a 50. Not even just how he moves it, but how big he is.
Yeah.
Looks like a 35.
I'd say those are a little short. What do you think? Do you think this is a little narrow to the front? Let's see. Hold on. Right.
Purchase off
I don't know. That looks a little sus, but
the
I mean,
ground.
he's
This is the
flying.
brute strength. I'll chat again.
break. He's taking a solid break.
That's fucking.
This
Wowzer.
303, 30 seconds
304.
ahead.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Where did he come off the step ups on?
Why? What does this have to do with it?
Oh, look at that.
So,
They got the big-
I think this is an interesting statement. I have zero. So we're talking about the open. We're gonna watch James sort of
Got
work
the
through this. I'll
cross-
mute it while I talk. Mainly because I don't want to get demonetized from all the fucking cursing that they do. But why does your ability in fitness determine whether you'll do the open or not, right? And so, and the only reason why I feel like I can talk to this is because we're in this world, right? This is what we enjoy doing. We enjoy talking about it and doing it as like our main driver of fitness. Okay. And it supports this methodology to have a life forever, right? I literally can't do gymnastics. I can do bar muscle ups, sort of. I can do some chest to bars, but it's just a huge risk, right? So, but I can't do ring muscle ups if they show up. I can't go upside down. I'm literally not allowed to. I can physically do it, but I'm not allowed to, right? And I'm still going to do the open and I have to fucking stand there and stare at the bar or stare at the wall. Then I'm going to do that and I'm going to take a 0, right? But I will, as long as I'm, you know, like, as long as this world exists, I will do the open indefinitely, no matter what, right? Because I think it supports everything that we want it to stand for, even if people don't like it right now, all the time. Who gives a fuck? You should sign up, put your shitty score in. Maybe it'll motivate you to do something a little bit more. And if you don't care, that's okay. But you should still sign up, right? Because even though you're not doing, competitive gymnastics or gymnastic skills, it doesn't matter. I think that everyone, I think it's an easy way of paying back the methodology that has given us so much. If there was only a program that had amazing gymnastics skill courses that you guys had really easy access to, maybe even like 50% off, shit, that would be crazy. And you could work on them if you wanted to, right? Like 8-week programs to learn literally any gymnastic skill. If there was only a program that did that, oh, there is. WODprep.com. Head on over there, and I promise you will get whatever the fuck it is that you're trying to get. Maybe not. If you can't do a pull up, I can't guarantee you a muscle up for sure, obviously, right? If you struggle with a push up, you're not getting a handstand push up. But if you have the prerequisites of strength for these specific skills, we can improve those skills in 8 weeks or 7 weeks exactly till the open. Amazing. Look at that. It's almost exactly 8 weeks till the open. And we know there's not going to be gymnastics in week 1, right? It's going to look like fucking dumbbell snatches and burpees, which is great. We don't have a back roll, right? Oh, we're doing a tier list today with the boys. Are you talking shit? Is that trying to get these hands? Is he going to go sub 9? Dude, he fucking we beat him by a minute. Yikes. We don't have a back roll. I'm sorry. Not a priority movement. I don't think they'll do it, mainly because it's in grid. I don't think you'll see a back roll. Maybe, I don't know. Let's see. What does he have to say?
Hey, go ahead. Is there anyone you'd like to thank, Mr. Sprague?
Oh man, this crew right here. Everyone in here. Just coming in early on a Saturday.
Is she wearing a Champions shirt? Dude, that's like the
Is there anyone
Walmart
you'd like to thank,
Academy
Mr. Sprague?
Oh man,
brand. Dude, those
crew
shirts
right
used to be fucking fire.
everyone in here.
Nice. This is a great thing. This is what a fucking awesome. Dude, everyone take a minute and read this. And I'm going to read it. Listen and read along with me. I don't know the politics of all of this. Good. You shouldn't. It's fucking stupid. But I know CrossFit has changed my life. Me fucking too. And I know at the gym, I know at the gym I go to, people celebrate my shitty PRs like I won the games. First off, your PRs are not shitty. Second off, that's the fucking best thing ever to experience. Ever. Why is Champion apparel is popular again? No, it's not. That can't be a fucking real thing. No, it's not a shit. It's never a shitty PR. Only your PRs are shitty, Sean. Hold on. I'm so fucking confused. I can't be that old. Reverse weave? What? Unless they just totally change. I've always liked the champion logo. God, that guy looks like a fucking douche. What's a reverse weave? But I mean, just their material was always just like the cheapest. The cheapest, like just like 100% cotton trash material. Anyways, all right, back to our regularly scheduled program. Let's put my face back up here. But yeah, so going back to the open, it doesn't matter about the politics. If you're watching this show, you do CrossFit, right? And it's probably had a massive impact positively on your life. And so I think we should do it. I think this is the way of paying it back, right? Committing that you're going to, so even if you don't want to pay it back to HQ, right? And I know that's not this show, but a lot of people it is. Even if that's what you're against or what the fuck ever, right? Whatever your reasons are, right? CrossFit has changed your life, okay? And doing the open, in my opinion, is basically a commitment that you're going to continue to execute and commit to doing this thing, functional fitness, CrossFit, whatever you want to call it, forever, right? And the open is just sort of like your re-up every year, right? It's just like your way of just like, okay, here's another year. I'm going to do it again. And then I'm just going to, keep chipping along at this, right? Good way to track your fitness as you get older, right? And so it's crazy. Sean, you live in the South too, and so it's amazing. It's amazing. Like I don't have, like, outside of like I don't have fitness friends, right? I have some strong conservative friends who are big conspiracy theorists, but then I have some people that aren't, right? And I mean, we do the camping thing, and pretty much everyone that we're around, right? The only thing that they talk to me about is fitness, right? And I try not to get too much on big food and big pharma around them, but it's amazing what people don't know, right? And not even being a conspiracy theorist, just like on general health, right? Like, oh, I'm eating healthy, and it's like, well, are you sure? It's just, it's so interesting to be in the world, like socially, that everyone around you just has no. This is awesome. Where I come from, people argue. I mean, I fuck with some fried fish now. And so this is also the other thing. I think everything in moderation. Like, over the break, right? I mean, we probably had beverages every day, right? We're out by the fire in the camp, like, we're just chilling, relaxing, no light pollution, just staring at stars all night. Well, not all night because it was fucking cold, but and so to say that like I was healthy the whole time would be a um it is that's a good statement. It's 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 just it's having that knowledge, but it's just amazing that what people don't know. It's just mind blowing, like what they think is healthy, and or what they listen to. It's like, hey, and I mean, I was committed to this forever, right? Um, so like I have a 2-year-old, and he goes through waves of consuming food, right? And he won't eat pretty much any protein. So we get some like organic dino nuggets, right? And so it's the best that we can do to get him some protein. Eats perfect bars, which is good. Does like likes avocado toast, which is pretty cool. Uh, and so we go through like what he can consume, but the kid loves fruit, right? And we were always told that if you give them too much fruit, they'll never eat vegetables because their palate will be, like a fructose space or whatever. And what I've learned is in over the years is that if he's only gonna fucking eat fruit and maybe a few other things, guess what? It's fucking okay. It's better than trying to fight down some ultra processed thing, right? That comes in a box or, comes in a pouch, which he fucking loves pouches, but we try to do like organic once upon a farm. We try and, we try to figure out what it is. But, I watch people give their kids like, you know, alphabet fucking soup out of a can, or, they're eating pizza and they eat what the parents eat, and it's just interesting, right? And so obviously, you got to give what the kid eats, but he eats fruit. Parents like, is that too much fruit? I'm like, no. Of all the things, sure, there's probably pesticides in it or whatever, but it's better than being ultra processed, and that's all that matters. And if that's all he's going to eat, it'll be okay. There's no fat people that eat a lot of fruit. There's isn't. There's not a lot of fat people that eat fruit, right? All the time. Right? If that's the primary driver of his diet, then it's totally okay. But yeah, I agree with this. A bag full of bar clamps, weight belt, wrist wraps, empty McDonald's wrappers. I was gonna send John a McDonald's gift card yesterday, and I don't know what stopped me. I think I just got or like a Venmo to go get some McDonald's, and then I got distracted. I should mount a hitch mounted pull-up bar and wall ball target for your camper. Is that a thing? Let's see. What? No way. Okay, well, that's not it. The problem, so I've done this before, is so I've done this before when we went to the games in 2023. We camped, and oh, whoops. Here we go. We camped. The problem with this is we used like the truck bed for a lot of shit too, and so the we're usually not far enough away that it's can't do something, but this is possible. It's definitely not impossible. um uh yeah, picky toddlers are the worst. We'll get back to that in a second. I usually, if I know we're not gonna, I'll bring dumbbells, and um and that's plenty, right? I'll run with Duke a lot. um you can do pretty much anything you want with dumbbells. I think it's fine. Thrusters instead of that. The place we were at this time, so the first place, um, is was pretty nice. Had a fitness center, um, which was pretty wild. So I got to do some fitness pretty much every day. So no problem there. Let's see. I think this might be what you're talking about. Mhm. Whoops. You guys can't see me. Here we go. Something like that. Anyways, it's not that expensive. But yeah, picky toddlers. It's our fault. So we did like these like toddler pre-made meals, which he ate pretty well for a while, right? So it would come, pre-made with like different types. There's like sausage and some like sweet potatoes and like little meatballs and stuff. And so we did that instead of trying to feed him. And then like, so he eats solo, like he doesn't eat with us. And that's sort of like our demise of, like him eating well. But it goes through phases. We finally got him to eat some form of protein outside of like a perfect bar, some form of meat. So he has like dino nuggets like twice a week. And then we do these like veggie dinosaur shaped things that you throw in the air fryer. Right. And we do like, he likes like peanut butter toast or peanut butter sandwich and avocado toast. And so everything has a carb in it, which I hate, but it is what it is, and he likes pouches. She does some yogurt, which is nice. And, it's just kind of like a process. He's just not really interested in any of our food. Like whenever he comes up to us, we'll offer it to him. Uh, and so, yeah. Yes. I yell at him my 2-year-old. I yell at my 2-year-old every day. I tell him that if he doesn't eat, he can sleep outside. It's 27 degrees and it doesn't work. So, it is what it is. I am definitely more of the like, here's what you're eating. If you don't want it, then my wife doesn't quite agree with that statement, but we try not to let him snack. I've seen and we're not like going into parenting advice by any means, but the one thing I've seen with kids that I'm around is they snack all day. And so then when the mealtime comes and they're not hungry, right? And then they have no desire to eat at all. And then they're hungry an hour later. And so we try not to let them snack throughout the day. We keep them pretty regimented. And so I think that helps some. He does eat really well what we give him, and we try and give him some new stuff every now and then. I mean, he's healthy, he's big, he's strong, he sleeps fucking 15 hours a day. That's not an exaggeration, literally 15 hours every day. And so it's hard to, and we still supplement. He still gets like a cup of milk in the morning, and at night, right? In like a sippy cup. So, he gets plenty of protein and all the stuff, and so it is what it is. Bennett loves to help me with the dog food. He likes to pour it in, and then he just likes to play with it. And I'm like, no, we got to take it to Duke. We got to give it to him. And he's like, and then he gets upset when I like don't let him like blah, 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 play with it. And he's like, Bennett food? I'm like, no, it's Duke's food. He looks at me and he goes, Bennett food. Like, all right. Well, hopefully he's not super picky. I've been around picky kids and it's tough. It's tough. I don't know what we'll do when we actually have to like discipline and things like that. We'll figure it out from there. Anyways. All right. I think we are at a point in CrossFit, I mean, shit's not great, but I think it can be great, right? I really think we made a good move. The company made a good move getting rid of Emily and Hayes. If they had as big of a
just this past week,
as big of an influence as obviously it assumes they did, right? This video from Hiller.
and I was driving. Oh, you're kind of what I'm thinking.
With that barbell thing that just had
golden barbell.
And so there was some weird stuff going on, and then obviously we all know a lot of
Your employers.
The like just the media, right? Like decisions being done, doing the open announcements like at small venues the whole time, which I just thought was so weird, right? Like everyone will love to do it and everyone would do it, and so sort of like this video, if you guys didn't watch this is a really good one, and like why change what's not broken, right? Like we all yelled at Dave forever, and it was just so much fun to watch the open with 100, 200 people in the background screaming, yelling, games athletes there. I just thought it was a really good way. It just seemed like media just kept making bad decision after bad decision after bad decision, from marketing, um, um, and so it was it was weird, right? Like we obviously know that CrossFit's like generally, like HQ has a different view of like what's important, and that's, that is what it is. But from a media perspective, you still had a media team, you had one, but it just seems like they just kept making bad decisions of like what to focus on or what not to put up, or it was just very strange. And so I'm hoping this year that we can just see, even if it's not a lot, right? Like it's just the direction of what the consumers want, right? Because it just seemed like they just didn't it just seemed like they just didn't know what to talk about. It was strange, right? Anyways, so this video from Hiller, they're gone, new people are in. Hopefully that will move it. Maybe they'll start to utilize external stuff. Vicky's question, do you think the poor decisions with marketing is because they don't have a full-time in-house team, like for continuity? No, I mean, I assume they talk every day, right? And that's the thing. I don't think the media team was that big. It certainly wasn't like what it was before. It was just those two making a lot of the decisions and posts. And so maybe they were just overwhelmed, right? As far as the team was being smaller. So I don't know, but I think that them not being is going to be a good start, right? I think the information coming out about the open, while all over the place, as far as like when it's coming out, it's a little late from like the rule book standpoint, but it's consistent, right? And so I think it looks good. I also think that from the complaints of no in-person competitions, right? There's 9 in affiliate semifinals, and there's 9 in-person semifinals, and they're fucking all coming out with geographical limitations, which means that they're just the same fucking thing. They're the same exact thing. Nothing is different. They just named them different things. Media could have done a better job about this, but I'm assuming media had nothing to do with these things. Maybe about naming, but I think we were really close from just like restructuring it, a little more effectively. But I mean, 9 in affiliate semifinals is on par with exactly what we had. Africa has to be in Africa. Europe hasn't given any geographical statements yet. TFX and Syndicate are East and West. So it's the same thing, right? Just not 40, it's 30 instead of 60, right? And so that's the biggest difference, I think. Is this a critical open as far as signups go? Yeah, for sure. I think it's a huge one. I think that every single person doing World Fitness Project will be doing the open, except maybe, I would say that there's 40, right, that are guaranteed. Everyone fighting for all the challengers are going to be doing the open as well, because you can't do the next stage, right? All of these are going to be based on you qualifying from the open into the top 1%. So I think from a pro perspective, everyone is still going to do it. There's just too much money on the line. Even if the other place has a lot of money. I think the exclusivity that might be kind of under the rug right now that might be coming up in time will be a bigger challenge. But I do think this is a critical open. Now, as far as how many signups do we need, I don't know. I think Europe is going to take a huge hit. But I don't think the States is as much, right? I think CrossFit needs to work really, really hard for the next 6.5 weeks, or 7.5 weeks to push open stuff every day. YouTube, open moments, open, like Rich versus Matt, like that needs to be on Instagram every single day. The only thing they should be focusing on is supporting the affiliates for the open, giving out resources, and pushing people to sign up for the open, giving out incentives to gyms, pushing that needle. And I hope that's what they do. So we'll see. Stefan is one of our WODprep athletes for Masters. Is WODprep Masters program the best way to prepare for the open? I 100% believe that our programs are the best way to prepare for the open. That's what we do. That's what we focus on all year, especially for our Masters athletes. We have an intermediate track that will develop gymnastics. Our RX track will be focusing on gymnastics that you have that we could potentially see. Really prioritizing the lower level skill gymnastics like toes to bar, double unders, burpees, etc. And so we believe that our program is for sure the best. So you do regular class twice a week, Oli class once a week, endurance class once a week, plus the X strength class. So for the open, right, it seems like you're doing the X strength. So it's our accessory strength, which is a 3-day a week strength program for $9 a month, everyone. So if you're looking for an accessory program to add on to your current training, if you go to class, definitely think about that. We have that for gymnastics, engine, abs, a little bit of bodybuilding, strength, and then weightlifting. All 3 days a week, all under, well, our strength is a little longer, 30 to 45 minutes, but all the other ones are, 20 to 30 minutes. And so I think our program is full. We hit enough Olympic lifting. We do a lot of strength, and we do a lot of obviously like open based aerobic conditioning, right? Metabolic conditioning. So yes, I think it's the best way to prepare for the open. What's up, Jeff? Good morning. Good morning. Thanks for joining. Vicky, we already got that. It's going to be a great year. I agree, Craig. And then Vicky's question, do I think the open will be harder? So my theory on the open this year is I think it's going to look a lot like 2022. Okay, so 2022. So we'll go to games. Go on here. Game season open workouts. So 2024. 0.3. Oh, I was like, what? I was like, what are we looking at here? Does this seem big to you? Why does it seem so big? Is it zoomed in? Nope. Just fucking ginormous. Let's zoom in a little bit. There we go. Can you guys see? Okay. That looks better. Okay. I think it's going to be like 2022. 2022, we have a little bit of gymnastics. Actually, let's zoom. There we go. Okay. This workout was high aerobic. This is dumb. Fantasyland is such a insane competition. Like it's such an insane workout. Was that in Mayhem? You'll never see anything like that in the open. All right, so I think this workout has a great aerobic driver, right? As far as the test, the wall walk, that much fatigue, definitely has a little bit of gymnastic strength component to it. 22.2, high volume deadlifts, okay. High volume burpees, And then 22.3 was the highest skilled workout. Oh, no, just kidding. That was 2023. So I think it's going to be a little bit of a mix between like this finisher, not this one. This was a huge miss. This workout, 22.3, was a big miss. This workout was whack. It was one of the worst open workouts that we've ever seen, to be fair. Like, this was not a good workout. Um, and 22.3. No, 24.3 was high skill. Was not high skill. I mean, it was heavy, right? So I think it filled a lot of boxes. But I don't think it was I mean, it is by definition a high skill, but 23.3 was the highest skilled workout we've ever had in an open. This was, and so I see something like this as a finisher with like the high volume hinging deadlift, but maybe a little bit heavier, and then an aerobic start, right? And then I think, was there 4 scores here? Was this the burpee? Yeah. And so this workout could have been really, really good. I think they just didn't anticipate the ability to kind of like game the shuttle runs the way that people did, right? So my theory for the open is as follows, right? So I think we're going to see an easy aerobic opener, maybe with some wall walks. I feel like wall walks are an amazing skill for the open. They're back in the affiliates, and they're being very clear that they're back in the affiliates. So I can see them really doubling down on an affiliate thing, right? So like a shuttle run or something on a wall, something like that you might not be able to have in a garage. I don't think they'll bring back floor plans. I think it'll be a little bit higher skill than the start of last year. So that's why I think 22.1 is a really good style of workout that we might see for the first week. And I think 22.2 is a very good style of workout that we might see for the second week. And then because this is a great separator, right? It's 100 and what is it? 105, right? No, 110. Yeah. 110 burpees and 110 deadlifts. I think it's a super high. There's a lot of strength component in 110 deadlifts at 225, 155, and a big aerobic component with 110 burpees. And I think that's a really, really good separator. More so than 24.2 was with the row double under. And then it does suck. It's a tough one. It's a hard one, but it's a great test, and it's an amazing separator for the masses. An amazing separator that doesn't separate via gymnastics skill. And that's really hard to do, right? I think that's a really challenging thing to do. And then I think 23.3, something to that effect, is going to be our finisher, which again, I will stand by, is the highest skilled and most complex workout that we've ever had in the open. So I hope Dave listens to Boz a little bit. I think 2023 was our best open, our most balanced open since 2020, which was our last 5 week, which had this finisher partition anyway. So yep. an amazing workout. I could also see this being week 1 of the Open, something like that. As well. This was such a good workout. Such a good workout. Oh, that workout fucking hurt. Another great workout. As far as like a high transition. This was such a good Open, guys. God. Another great workout. I don't think we'll see this one ever again. I don't think we'll see this kind of complexity, but another amazing workout, by the team. Yeah, I mean, they went fucking 5 for 5 with these workouts. What's up, Grant? Good morning, buddy. Missed you. Yeah, I mean, 2020 might be the best Open ever, to be honest. 2019, God, that workout fucking hurts. Could see something like that. Another good one, man. We could do this all day. I didn't like this workout that much. It hurt. It hurt, but not my favorite. With the stop, it was sneaky, right? I don't think anyone realized how hard that was. I like this workout. We're actually doing this workout this week in our group. In the WODprep program. If you are looking to join the program, scan the QR code right there. 7-day free trial. We just started our Open cycle yesterday. Give it a try, guys. Just scan and come on in. I think you guys will really enjoy it. What was week 5? Ugh. This might be the hardest. I don't know. It's not the highest skill. But I mean, this is the hardest Fran variation that obviously we've ever had, right? Workouts were, man, Opens were really good back in the day. Another great grip biased workout. That workout was sneaky hard. We could do this all day. Oh no. There we go. There we go. This was the most pain I've ever been in a workout. I did this workout and I had a good score. I had a good score here and a good clean for me. And we were trying to get a team together. And so I had to redo the workout and basically go like full dummy to the point that I knew my clean would suffer, and it did. I got like 25 pounds lighter. My clean was like 30,000th, but my 18.2 score was like 900th in the world or something like that. And so it was a good score for the team, but I don't clean as much as the other athletes. But so it was like my worst Open ever because this score was so bad. It's funny. 18.2 was my second best Open score ever, and this was my first. This was my best Open workout ever, 18.3. So my favorite Open workout ever, hands down. Anyways, man, Opens were good back in the day. I can just, another great one. I learned how to handstand walk this weekend. I had a great split time to like here, like 5 minutes or something. But I couldn't handstand walk. And so when I redid the workout, I literally learned how to handstand walk that weekend. And my split was like 6.5 minutes. I was so tired that I couldn't go any faster. So anyways. Yeah, I couldn't do it. And then I just basically took 3 hours on Saturday. I could do like 5 feet every 10th try. And then it just took like 3 hours on that Saturday. And I fucked with it all day. And then I could just handstand walk after that. Like, I mean, not like crazy good, but I could, get 10, 15 feet every single time. So I don't know. Is this a question to me, Grant? All right. Anything else? Oh man. Oh, dude, I'm sore. I did strict pull-ups yesterday and I am sore as fuck. Oh. I don't know. Is this a question for me? I'm not sure. So anyways, I could see something like that in the open, a mix between 22.2 with the 2022 mixed with like a 2023 finisher. I can definitely, top 1% is an interesting number. So I can see them coming back to a lift for that, or obviously 23.3 was heavy enough that it made it seem, or like the clean and pistol workout or the toes to bar clean workout. I can see a lift like that. Well, Stefan, you know where to go, right? We have the double under course. You should work through that if you feel like you're not if you're not figuring out double unders. Double unders unleashed is 100% the best double under course in all of this whole fitness world, without a doubt. And it's helped the most people for sure. Thousands. And that's not even an exaggeration. We've sold thousands of double unders unleashed course. They never will. They won't. And the reason why they won't is because it could be 2 scores, right? Like with a short rest in between. But the problem is there's still an efficiency, or there's still an affiliate requirement, right? So 2 workouts would be, the affiliates would they would revolt. Like they would just go crazy. So I know they'll never do anything like that. But they could do 2 scores. Like, and they could even do 2 scores of conditioning. No, they wouldn't. It never would. And the dates are already out, right? You see the windows Thursday to Monday. That would be them trying too hard, right? Don't fix what's not broken, right? And so I can see 2 scores, maybe even 2 conditioning scores, but I doubt it. It'll be, if there's 2 scores, it's going to be A and a B. It'll be a lift, etc. So they'll never do 2 workouts. Yeah, I could see potentially this. But the problem is you have to make it to where like it just creates a lot of creativity. And then there's also a time component, right? If we're talking 2 Metcons without the lift, what's the time domain on that? Is this a 25-minute clock? Can the affiliate only run heats every 30 minutes? They would just be it would be very hard on the affiliates. So you have to take into account that there's basically a time limiter on what is good, right? Like what is appropriate. So even if you could get 25 minutes, that means you're most likely going to have 2 workouts with the same time window, right? Which means the same general stimulus, you know? Now it could be one's like really heavy to start. One's really heavy and then one is a little lighter. That's longer, heavy and short. But again, right? Like it would just, I think there's too many variables in logistics to create something like that. No, Vicky, I love floater wads. But no, I can't. I don't think they'll ever do anything like that. Again, too logistics start going crazy. Then you have people just like randomly coming in the gym, and so the affiliate is still at the forefront of their mind to make it easy on them, right? But now with the 1%, maybe just a little less easy, more performance. That's why I think like mixture of the last few years with our some of our higher level things are going to be more ideal. And then I think the in-affiliate semifinal is no holds barred, like completely. Everything is on the table, right? Because there's gonna be so few people doing it, that I think that, it'll be a really, really, I think that'll be a very, very full test. I can even see heavy dumbbells, weighing your plates, all that kind of shit. So, all right, drink some coffee. Shit, scared me. All right, 3 minutes. What else? Anything good? Oh. I gotta go park the camper. We keep it at our in-laws have a little bit of a property, and so we keep plugged in there. But it's like an hour away, so that sucks. So we're putting all the laundry back in it. I gotta take Bennett to school, back on that normal grind. We haven't done this in forever. It feels like months. All right, 3 minutes. Any questions? Can I answer anyone's anything before we pop off? We're going to be on live later today going over open movements tiered list. So basically our favorite and least favorite open movements over the last all years. Let's see. So pop on 2 o'clock today. You guys like my little stick figures? I think they look pretty cool. I should make this the background for today. Just like make a bunch of those. Just like, oh man, it got cut off. That's annoying. That was weird. Interesting. Anyways, come back 2 o'clock. Yeah, Jeff, if you want to hear a sweet story, go back to the start. I go over why we haven't been on for a little while. But I feel you there. The cold is rough. I had to go to where we were staying in North Georgia. We were right next to a Walmart, so it was really nice. Like firewood and like camping supplies was great. And it was like the second night, the temperature was really starting to drop, and I was like, I just want like a really big like Carhartt style jacket. And they had exactly what I wanted. It's got like an inner lining hoodie, like fleece, and then it's like overlining, like like rough material. And it was like the perfect purchase. It's washing right now, and I'm going to be wearing it in Florida today in the next few days. Because it's cold as shit. It's like 28 degrees outside right now. So anyways, all right, team. Well, get back on it. If you guys are struggling to do some fitness, scan the QR code right here. Scan the QR code. Give WODprep programming a try. Right? We're very supportive. We have a coaching call every week starting this year. Every Wednesday, 12 o'clock, we'll be live, answering questions about your training, reviewing video, going over the program, et cetera, et cetera. It's available to everybody every Wednesday. We're going to do it once a week. We'll bring in new coaches and things like that as well. Maybe we'll start to bring in like other topics and content. But it's a live coaching call every week, just like this. You guys get that all the time though. But for our people in the group, it'll be just for them. We post coaching tips every day. We respond to our athletes, within a couple of hours of pretty much everything that we do. So this is where we're at. We give a video review for every day, right? So choose. We have, if you sign up for anything, Classic, Compete, RX, you get all of these. These are our accessory tracks. So if you sign up for an accessory track, these are $39 a month, and you get all 5 of these. And right, there's a video every day. Show leaderboard, right? Full workouts. This was yesterday's. Did a chipper, work rest. So we give coaching and review and comments every day. Let's see. Monday, we have a coaching space. People can upload videos. We give feedback within, I don't know, I think that was an hour response time. So pretty good. KDL, I love your tier list commentary. I think it makes the whole show, buddy. Yeah, you can DM me directly. Perfect. Look at this. Thomas Smith, loving the program. What is he doing? Let's see. Gymnastics. Loves the gymnastics program. Boom. Right. So every day we give tips, we give, et cetera, et cetera. We're very active in there, unlike the other big groups, that they're the face of it, but they ain't doing none of that shit. That's not us. I do this every day. I do classic. So in our classic track, we have like an RX version, right? But then we have a fitness version. We know a lot of athletes, while we push the open and we think that competitive CrossFit is the best way to train, not everyone wants to do bar muscle ups and rope climbs and GHDs and handstand walks, etc. Even if you can't do it, you just want to do fitness. And that's me, right? I can't do any of that fun shit anymore. And so I'll do it sometimes, but for the most part, I just want to look really fucking good naked and look like I'm as fit as I once was, right? So we have a fitness version of our 60-minute track every day. Again, scan the QR code. Let's keep doing this. Nope. There we go. Scan the QR code right there, over there, and give it a try. Cool. As always, if you are looking to up your recovery, Gus, I know this is my fucking show, so stop. Okay? I get it. I'm not talking about Taylor, right? That's his thing, and he crushes it, and I'm super awesome, happy for that. I love seeing CrossFit enthusiasts in this world, right? But it's nice to have the person that writes the program do the program. Taylor does that. It's great, but this is my show, so shut up. Anyways, if you're looking to up your recovery and you're looking for a discount on Third Z, 15% off, scan that QR code down there. Okay. No, man, I lost my pitch. No melatonin, has GABA, collagen, L-theanine, and oh my gosh, it's been a while since I've done the pitch. It's got all the shit in it that you need to support your sleep. Take it, you'll feel better. I take it every day still, even when I'm not training, and I'm always in the green, as they say. So, damn, Gus, I can't believe you just came in here and fucking guerrilla marketed my fucking show. That was nuts. I should ban you. Should I ban Gus for coming in here trying to market another program? This is what we do. Melatonin is bad. Hormone disruptor. Bad. You shouldn't take melatonin. So it rhymes with ream. You shouldn't take that. Melatonin gummies. Dang, Travis, not even supporting the show. I know we don't have anything to pay you with right now, but still, that's fine. No censorship. I haven't banned anyone. No, I've only banned one person. And he kept asking me about, what did he keep asking me about? Oh, Israel and whatever, Middle East. And I was like, I'm not fucking with that. And he wouldn't stop. He was paying us money too to make comments. And I was like, and I had to ban him because he wouldn't stop. He was trying to take over my show. Anyways, all right, team. It's 8:06. Great show, Palestine. That's it. See, I try and keep my focus somewhere. Great show. Thank you guys. That's right. Yeah, that was fun. That was a good one. Hope I didn't share too much. Hope to see you guys this afternoon in 6 hours. And if not, I'll see you Friday. All right. Adios. Have a great day. Stay warm.